village. So first I built this place. Fans of 90s cartoons, and well, in modern day cartoons now, will recognize this building. This is the Powerpuff Girls house, as this sign says right here. Uh, and this is supposed to be the T-Tower, or Titans Tower, from Teen Titans Go. So I finally built Titans Tower. I didn't build the one from the original show. I found building the one from Go to be easier, although I do like the original, and I think Go is kind of dumb. I mean, it has its moments, but for the most part, I'm mostly on the side of, my God, what did you do to my Teen Titans? I will say that Teen Titans does not have like these lines, like these. This is all cyan wool. All of this is, and I don't think that those are actually in the actual T-Tower in the show. I think it's just all like this big bluish window that's like would really offer no privacy, really. I mean, you just have massive windows. But I think this adds a nice contrast from the white quartz blocks and this blue supposed to be like giant windows. It's actually made entirely of diamond. This whole thing's covered in diamond. But I'll get to that in a second, because this thing's absolutely huge. It's easily the biggest thing I've built, and I think it's a little lopsided on one side. I think I screwed up somewhere. I just can't figure out where I messed up. I can see a mess up right here. Let me fix that real quick. What did I use? Cyan wool? Yeah. Let me fix that real quick. Smash. Pop. There we go. I'll get to that in a second, but like I said, as you can see, it's completely covered in diamond. I also built it a little too close to the Powerpuff Girls house. There's definitely some zoning laws being violated right now, but I guess it's okay. They're two superhero groups. They'll get along. So this door to the Powerpuff Girls house is just like the Steven Universe door. It's completely fake. Doesn't actually do anything. Has a button for a doorknob. We got some hedges. We got a cow that just likes to hang out here. Got the garage. Got like I guess you could say the driveway and part of a sidewalk. I might extend this, and like just like every house I build will have one of those. These, if you haven't noticed them by now, are supposed to be like the Powerpuff Girls shooting out of their room at like super speed, like they always did. They'd always fly out of the 3 windows up top. And I even like built little blocks to like represent the Powerpuff Girls. So we have blue and yellow right here. That's we have like the blue energy trail trailing behind the blue solid block and the yellow solid block. That's supposed to be Bubbles, and the whole idea is that like they're flying so fast that they just look like a blur. That's why they don't have any definition. They just look like blocks. I did actually try to like maybe put pigtails on top of this, and maybe make this one that's supposed to be Blossom longer, so it looks like her long hair. But it ended up looking dumber than this already does. But that was part of the plans that I got, so that's what I went with. This entire thing, along with all of this, all the white here, is made entirely out of block of quartz. All of this, these are all blue stained glass. The door's red wool. All the windows up there are blue stained glass. Blue stained glass for Bubbles Energy Trail, pink for Blossoms, and of course lime green for Buttercup. The driveway is stone. The garage door is a block of iron. And nope, it's not this side. Nope, we got more windows, which I never got this. I don't remember ever seeing the back of the house. My God, look how much that towers over this. I don't remember ever seeing the back of the house, so I don't know if these windows are accurate, but they were in the plans, so there you go. From this side, you have a pretty good view, and then obviously from that side, you're gonna see nothing but Titan's Tower, or the side of Titan's Tower. Let me grab a glowstone. I like, as I've said before, I like to illuminate with glowstone, and it's nighttime. And there is no light in here yet, so it's dark as pitch in here. We put in some glowstone real quick. Just so we can see. There we go. This is kind of the main room. Like I showed you, this is my cheat door to get in. This is I'm thinking about this could be like the living room. And they can watch TV and stuff. Go in here. This is the main, I guess you could say the main foyer. And I do remember, from what I remember from like the few times I actually watched Powerpuff Girls as a kid, and I saw episodes where they were in their house, I do remember that they had like a massive front foyer, or at least it looked like it was huge. It's like their entry, the entry room to their house was just giant. Putting in some more glowstones, we can see better. Like I said, all block of quartz, including the staircase, with the quartz stairs. And this actually looks like solid blocks of quartz, but this is actually two quartz slabs stacked on top of each other. I don't know why I did that. Why in the world is this pig still here? Oh, I think I trapped that pig in here. I didn't realize it did that. I trapped a pig in here. Okay, well, you're my pet now. Your name is Oink. Your name is Oinker. Okay, so that's Oinker. This is the garage. As you can see, I have not furnished any of the rooms yet. As soon as I got done building the PPG house, I went ahead and just like immediately started building Titan's Tower. So nothing's furnished yet, but once I start furnishing, the garage will be like the workroom, where like, you know, your crafting tables and everything like that's gonna go. So yeah, there we go. Then should this door have another knob on the other side? I guess it should. I think it should go right about there. Yeah. Alright. That's about right. Looks about right. Okay, now we'll go upstairs. This would be the Powerpuff Girls' room. So pretty nice view from over here. You can see just about everything over in the Steven Universe land. And you have a pretty good view from these two windows, and then well, actually, no, you have a pretty good view from all three windows. So it's just that one room downstairs that's screwed, because I fudged up that. Let me put some glowstone so it's not dark as night in here. No. Yeah, we'll do like that. Yeah, we won't put it in front of the windows. Yeah, that'll work. So, yeah, that's Powerpuff Girls. I'm going to make the Powerpuff Girls' actual room be like the main bedroom. Up here. Just like, I don't know, throw like 2 or 3 beds in here. So, yeah, that's the Powerpuff Girls' house. Not too shabby. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Now for this behemoth. Holy crap. Oh, yeah, we even have hedges. I forgot the Powerpuff Girls' house had hedges, but they have hedges. They have hedges in topiary, apparently. Okay, this is the Teen Titans house, or the Titans Tower. It has an entrance in the front and back, which is the first time I've ever actually used iron doors activated by pressure plates. I've never actually used iron doors before, nor have I ever used pressure plates, but I thought, you know, the Teen Titans, they're superheroes, they should have a little bit more in the way of security when it comes to getting into their house. So, you know, like, really anybody could kind of open a wood door. But, yeah, it takes something special to open this. You gotta stay on this pressure plate. Of course, anybody could open that pressure plate. So, here we are. In the interior. Looks pretty darn good. Lots of glowstone already in here that I've used to mark off every section, like these lines of glowstone, once I start putting in like actual floors to this behemoth, um, all of this is going to be like right where these cyan wool lines are. I'm gonna like put in floors and then like leave a space open, like maybe on a corner somewhere, to put in some stairs to lead to the next floor. And then you like this will be the entry area. I'm thinking like maybe make this area like like the living room or living quarters area. This next floor could be like I don't know, like more living space. I might just make this one massive room. Uh, just like make this one massive room and have like a gigantic TV right here and everything. Make this one massive living room. Um, then up here, I'm thinking this section here will end up being the workroom. So this is where all the crafting and whatnot stuff will go. Then up here, I can't tell you how many times I knocked these blocks out and redid them over and over and over again because I didn't feel like anything was set right. And I still don't. As you can see, it's still not right. You can see from this side, it's clearly not right. It's not even with that side. This side and this side are even, but this side is not. And I don't feel like messing around with it anymore, so yeah, we're just gonna ignore that one flummed up corner. This is good enough. But this whole massive part, that's the top part of the T, is going to be the living area. Is going to be the bedrooms. So I'm gonna like of course I'm gonna put like another floor here, and have some stairs coming up here, and then like maybe 2-3 beds over there, 2-3 beds over there. Then like right here in the center, I'm gonna have like either a staircase or just a big ladder going up, and I'm eventually gonna put like a trapdoor in here somewhere so you can get up on the roof. And actually, since I don't feel like destroying any blocks to do that, let's go ahead and fly up here, and we'll just touch down. Okay, so it's official that Titan's Tower is the biggest thing I've built, because that is a majestic shot. I actually really like that shot. That's actually really cool. But as you can see, I am clearly above and beyond everything that I've built over there. I think Padparacha, or maybe Peridot, one of the two, are the two tallest things over there. I think Padparacha might be a few blocks taller simply because of the way her hair is. But Teen Titans Tower is definitely far and away bigger. Huh, look at that. The glowstone shines through the block of quartz. That's weird. Oh well. No, you know what? Now that that's giving me like a shadow effect around this place, I might modify this and make this like an open deck or something. I don't think the Powerpuff Girls actually had that in their house, but you know what? This is my building now. I've made it look like their place, but then I can fix it up however I want. So anyway, you know what? I want to see something. I want to see something. Okay, so it's obvious that Titan's Tower is the biggest thing I've built. Now we're getting some pretty good shots of Padparacha and everything over there. Okay, now I know it towers over BMO, it towers over Steven's house, it towers over the Palanquin. Let's get to flying, and let's walk over there and just see. Okay, I am. Oh. Oh, so it's as tall as Padparacha. Hold on. Let me run back over here. I think I might have dropped. Yeah, I dropped. Yep, Titan's Tower. Padparacha actually comes up to, I'd say, right about here. This line. So Titan's Tower is like a good 2-3 heads taller than Padparacha. Padparacha, I believe, is the tallest one. Or it might be Peridot. I'm not sure. Let me see. me see. Let me get on. Let me stand on top of Pat Brotch's head, on top of her little weird hair curly cues up here. Okay, let me get a look here. I think Peridot might be taller. Peridot may be taller, and it's only because of her hair. Wait a minute. Oh, I had to drop. Nope, Pat Brotch is taller. Pat Brotch is taller. Couple blocks. So Pat Brotch is the second tallest thing I've built. I guess Peridot is the third. So, yeah. But anyway, as I said, I'm going to talk a little bit about Steven Universe. Now, there's a theory that I've seen going around online that because of the way that the new trailer that dropped at the Comic-Con recently has been set up, a lot of people are thinking that maybe Lapis is going to betray the Crystal Gems and, like, betray Peridot. Because she's seen video chatting with Steven, I'm guessing through Peridot's tablet. So she finds out that Steven, like, escaped the diamonds, and she's flipping the frick out because she believes that they're going to come to Earth, they're going to mess things up, it's going to start a full-blown war again, and we all know what happened with Lapis and the previous war. That's why she ended up getting poofed and stuck into that mirror and everything like that. Now, do I think that's going to happen again? No. They're not going to rehash what's already happened to Lapis once. Now, do I think that Lapis is going to betray the Crystal Gems? No, because the one thing I've learned is that the Crewniverse loves to set up their trailers using clips from various episodes and arrange them in such a way that it leaves speculation wide open for a variety of things to possibly happen. And we just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, when the title for Lars's head first popped up as part of the Wanted special, you know, people thought Lars's head, is Lars going to get decapitated? Like, they immediately went to decapitation. Like, no. And then they said, well, Lars finally let Steven in, was the description of the episode. Then a lot of people thought, well, are we going to see another, you know, Steven with a full human fusion, like maybe a male version of Stevani by having Steven fuse with Lars? That would have been interesting to see, but you know, everybody knows that's not what happens. Lars ended up dying, and Steven used his healing powers accidentally to bring him back. And then we found out, you know, he has the same powers as Steven's lion, so that's how Steven, you know, gets in with Lars. He uses Lars's hair as a portal, so that's what that meant. Now, if they had, like, set up, like, they had scenes, they had clips from the various episodes when they were advertising for the Wanted special, and, you know, a lot of people did not know what exactly was going to happen. You know, like, a lot of people thought maybe Yellow Diamond was, like, shooting her lightning at Lars and Steven when she was shown powering up, and then it actually ended up being that she was poofing one of the Zircons, which I've seen plans to build both of those Zircons. The Prosecutor Zircon, or the yellow, I guess the yellow Zircon, was she yellow or green? It was hard to tell. The way the lighting was done in the trial episode was hard to tell if she was yellow or green. But considering that her counterpart, the one defending Steven, was completely blue, and I guess she was, you know, assigned to defend Steven by Blue Diamond, I'm assuming that she wasn't actually green, that she was yellow. She just, the way the lighting was done in that room, she was just made to look green. So, you know, it was obvious that, you know, it was the Zircons that were getting poofed. Not Yellow Diamond shooting her lightning at Steven and Lars. But, you know, a lot of people made assumptions that that was what was happening. So, you know, a lot of people, like, made assumptions because of the way that they lay out the clips. And the same thing is happening with this whole, you know, what is this now? Season 5? with that trailer. And it's because, Lapis is freaking out to Steven, like, you met the Diamonds in person, and they know what you look like, they know who you are, and you escaped them, and she's like, she's totally flipping out, which, considering that all that has happened to Lapis, is perfectly understandable. Um, but then Lapis is seen talking with Peridot, and Peridot says, Earth is our home now, isn't it worth protecting or worth fighting for? And then Lapis there's a scene where it looks like Lapis is using her water powers. So people have thought, like, is she, like, are the crystal gems and or Lapis trying to, like, make Lapis stay, and she's using her powers to, like, force them away? That's possible. It could happen. I can actually see Lapis freaking out and deciding to run off and, like, use her water powers to, like, drive Steven and Peridot and the crystal gems away, and then she takes off. But I don't think she's going to leave Earth again. I don't think she's going to leave Earth again, simply because where in the world is she going to go? Or where in the universe can she really go? She can't go back to Homeworld, and she that failed. That backfired in her face big time last time. And, she can't go to the moon base because, diamonds are going to go right past that. They may even stop there on their way to Earth. I don't doubt that the diamonds will come back to Earth eventually. But it's entirely possible that they might stop at the moon base. So that's not really going to work. And then, like, yeah, she could potentially go to some random planet. But then, what's the point? There's really no point. What I think is going to happen, and a lot of people throw this kind of stuff out every time there's a Lapis and Peridot heavy episode. But considering that Rebecca Sugar herself basically said with this new season, they're shooting for the stars. Now, when the creator of the freaking show says that, that means just about anything, possibly everything we could think of is on the table to happen. Now, does that mean that, Pad Paracha and the rest of the off-colors end up on Earth? Maybe they full-blown join the Crystal Gems and Lars becomes, like, the second full human member of the group? It's entirely possible. The way Lars of the Stars seems to work from the first few minutes we've seen him from that clip, that entirely could be what happens at the end of the episode. And actually, I would really like to see Pad Paracha get a star. Just have, like, modify this dress right here and put a star right there on her chest. Just have her be like freaking Pearl. Speaking of Pearl, is it possible that we could see a Rainbow Quartz 2.0 be formed sometime this season? Yes, it's possible. It is possible. It's not likely, I don't think. I think Pearl is still a little too emotional about Rose to really let that happen. But it is possible. Now, what I think is going to happen is a good possibility of happening. Peridot and Lapis fusion. And I don't care what anybody else thinks, people thought that, their fusion could be named Emerald, and then Lars and the Stars introduced an Emerald. People thought it could be Aquamarine, but we know Aquamarine is a standalone gem. But there's no mention of Turquoise yet. And Turquoise is a very popular option. It's actually the one I like the most. So I think that Turquoise could be formed in the Lapis and Peridot heavy episode. Now, how do I think this is going to happen? I think what's going to happen is Lapis is going to run off because she's scared. Then something is going to happen that, like, maybe Peridot and Steven both are going to be put in mortal danger, and let's just be honest here. Those are the two people on Earth right now that Lapis cares the most about. I would say that she considers Connie like a teammate, maybe a friend, after the events of the new Crystal Gems. But they've just barely had any interaction really. But her and Peridot and Steven have had a lot of interaction, especially between the three of them together. So I think something's going to happen that Steven and or Peridot are going to be put in danger, and they're going to need Lapis's powers to get out. And I think maybe Garnet or one of the other crystal gems, probably Garnet, considering her future vision, is going to find Lapis and is basically going to have a heart-to-heart talk with her. Or, maybe Peridot will be captured. Maybe Steven will go find Peridot, or go find Lapis with, his I guess you could say empathic / telepathic powers, and he'll basically tell her, look, Peridot's in trouble, and we're not strong enough to rescue her, but with your powers we could. Like, Lapis, I know you're scared, but we really need your help, just do it this once. Just do it for Peridot. I could totally see that whole situation coming, and I think Steven or Garnet or whoever's words are going to reach Peridot, and Lapis, I can't even think straight. The words are going to reach Lapis, and Lapis is going to decide to come back and rescue Peridot, or rescue Steven, or rescue Peridot and Steven. Maybe something will happen to Steven, and Peridot, just somehow manages to find Lapis and says, look, the other crystal gems are busy, they're indisposed, something has happened. Steven's in mortal danger. I'm not strong enough to rescue him on my own. I need your help. Those are possible ways I can see that happening. And I think in the process, maybe something's going to happen to where Peridot is going to say, look, I don't blame you for being scared. I don't blame you for running off. I'm scared too. I'm not nearly as strong, but look, I'm not nearly as strong as you are, but I'm still willing to stand and fight, and I'm hoping that you'll find the courage to stand with me. I would really rather do this with you. There's no other person that I'd rather, go into this battle with. I think something's going to happen that's going to, tug on Lapis's proverbial heartstrings. And I think maybe by the end of the episode, we may see... I don't know if we'll see Lapis full-blown join the Crystal Gems, just, full-on say she's now a Crystal Gem. But I think it's possible we see Lapis and Peridot fuse. And I think it might... Now that I think about it, there's a clip that looks like Peridot is in some kind of, like has gone to the Beta Garden, or has gone, somewhere that has a lot of, a lot of cavey looking areas, and she's clearly talking to someone. So maybe Peridot goes and finds Lapis. Maybe that's where Lapis runs off to, and Peridot finds her. But anyway, I think that considering that Rebecca Sugar herself has said that they're shooting for the stars with this one, that means anything's up for grabs, and really, they know how popular the idea of the Peridot-Lapis fusion is. They know how popular a coupling Lapidot is. So I think that Lapis is not going to betray the Crystal Gems. She may join them, or at least, just basically say, okay, I'm not a Crystal Gem, but, you can now full-on consider me an ally. Like, as long as Peridot's a member, you can consider me an ally. And I do believe that this is the season. This is the season we're finally gonna get that fusion. But, who knows? In these kinds of situations, everybody cries wolf on the Lapidot fusion. Oh well. Anyway, speaking of Lapis, I couldn't find a short Peridot plans, but Lapis will be built next to Peridot. And then the Zircons, and like I said, I'm gonna put Steven over behind his house, and then... yeah, I'm gonna attempt something that's probably gonna blow up my face. I am going to attempt, for the first time, to actually build something without a plan, and I'm actually going to try to build fluorite, because I couldn't find any plans. Oh, wish me luck, folks, because once I start trying to do that, that's gonna backfire horribly in my face. I already know it. But, anyway, see ya!